Fire signs, hello and welcome to your week's reading. Let me go ahead and set my timer. I was having some issues with my camera for the reading right before you, so let's just hope for the best. My camera was overheating, which is weird. It doesn't normally do that. So, again, as like last week, I'm filming your video very late at night, and I almost didn't keep that reading. Oh, look at Magician. Yes, you guys are very powerful right now. Almost didn't keep your reading last week, and I ended up keeping it. And I got a lot of good feedback from it, so kind of interesting, yeah? So again, it's late, so we'll see how this comes together. I've decided this week for all of the elements to do love readings. So these are about past loves, current loves, potential future loves. Okay, so remember, we are timeless. Where we come from, the spirit realm is timeless. We use time and timetables here on Earth as a way to navigate this craziness down here. Craziness. So when I read things, take them with a grain of salt and try and be open-minded and fluid with your train of thought, with your timelines, okay? Okay, fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, please, fire signs. I peeked. Okay, one more shuffle. Fire signs. Love reading for fire signs, please. Love reading for fire signs, please. Love reading for fire signs, please. Let's go. 5 off the top. Now I do have many different decks up here that I can choose from. Okay, let's start with the traditional tarot, though, is what we're doing. So we have an offer of love here, just right out the gate. Let me close this so I don't stare at myself the whole time. Okay, this is Page of Cups. Just make sure I'm reading it right. Yeah, Page of Cups. Okay, an offer of love. It's followed by a reverse Ace of Wands. So perhaps there was something offered to you that the person, the offerer, thought it would be fulfilling, okay? It's almost as though Spirit is saying that they didn't want to see it go through to the end, or something like that. I've got a reverse Ace of Wands, which when it comes upright shows kind of Spirit coming in and picking up the slack, helping support the situation, getting things going. Okay, there was some sort of delay or obstruction of the offer of love here. Okay, it's followed by Ten of Wands reversed. Ten of Wands reverse card shows, look at this, when he's upright, hard work, but when he's reversed, it's like you're taking on way more than you should, okay? This is to the point of like your body not feeling good, maybe getting sick, being very drained and depleted. This reverse Ten of Wands. Perhaps in this situation, you've carried more of the weight, and this person was coming to you with this offer, and although maybe it looked nice, you ended up having to do a lot of work. Perhaps you thought that this was going to be something that would pay off tremendously. We have the Ten of Pentacles upright. Or what this is that with your hard work, this will pay off tremendously. So Ten of Pentacles is about generational wealth, and abundance. It came upright, followed by the Queen of Swords. So when this comes upright, this talks about, look at, so 10 of Pentacles, followed by the Queen of Swords. So dealing with this situation where the two of you are trying to produce generational wealth and abundance, and your Queen of Swords energy would be you. Just very decisive, dealing with the matter very logically. Just be aware of taking on more than you should. Okay. Let's get additional messages for fire sign for this love reading. Fire signs for this love reading. Remember, when I pull different decks to layer on top of this first part of the spread, it's my goal. I hope to get further information about this scenario. However, sometimes Spirit has their own agenda and their own way of communicating, so it may not be necessarily about this first situation. Could be additional messages that Spirit's trying to convey. Okay, it just doesn't work the way we think it's supposed to work. As a reader, that's something that I've had to come to terms with. Is they give their messages the way that they would like, and my linear logical frame of mind, I'm human, so I have to learn how to decode in a better way. Okay, one more shuffle for fire signs. What other messages need to be translated for this love reading for fire signs, please? Fire signs, please. Fuego, por favor. Fuego, please. Fire signs. 1, 2, 3, right off the top. 1, 2. All right, so there's some ending occurring in your life. This may be, I want it to be a love reading, but just sometimes it does its own thing, like I said. So we got the gift, the coffin, and the star card. So something that there is some gift that's being presented to you that came with some finality that has been written in the stars for you. Okay. It may not feel like a gift as we would traditionally think of as a gift. Look at this. May not feel like a gift because look, followed by the coffin. Then followed by the star card, fated, meant to be, written in the stars. Okay? Very directional. This star card in this deck is very directional. So, talking about, for me, the way I interpret that is like finding your path, finding your way, being on a journey. Okay, so let's pull 5 more cards. I'm going to read you guys different than the other guys. The other readings were good. There was just a lot. I was pulling so many different decks that I felt a little overwhelmed. Okay, so we have a situation where it's important to know that you're in a time of waiting, a time of being patient, and patience is all about how we wait. There's waiting and then there's patience. They're not the same, right? Waiting is we're waiting for something to happen and we are counting the minutes, the seconds on the clock. Being patient is finding a way to fill our time that is very rewarding and fulfilling, and it's giving to ourselves. So much so that time seems to disappear, right? So if we can be like this hangman came in reverse. So which kind of tells me that you are doing more of waiting than you are of being patient at this time. Okay, so this looks like it came up right, but this is how the hangman card should look So it shows kind of your defiance, opposition to waiting. Perhaps that was the energy from your past, because these first two cards kind of talk about past position. Because in our center, we do have a card that shows patience. Three of Wands is really taking a step back and looking at the situation. Is also a card about perspective. Both the Hangman and the Three of Wands are, you know, the Hangman, he's looking at the situation from a tree, but the Three of Wands, he's looking at the situation up from a balcony and he's looking down on the sea. So it feels like there has been some progress that you've made with this situation, with your ability to be patient versus waiting. The Hangman is followed by this reverse Two of Swords. So perhaps early on in the situation or in the past, you felt like you had these really difficult, heavy decisions and choices to make. You had to go this way or that way. But Spirit, the part of the lesson in that decision making, or that waiting patience period, was for you to find the ability within yourself to balance out your logic and your heart, your ability to see the situation for what it was as a human, but also be able to tap into your intuition and to feel into what's best for the situation. Okay, so Two of Swords, it came reversed. So perhaps at that time there was kind of I had a hard time doing that. I had a hard time balancing those two ways. Down the center, we got the Three of Wands. This is our patience. Patience, Iago, patience. Okay, followed by the Six of Pentacles, which is Six of Pentacles is beautiful because it shows that you're feeling very fulfilled in this relationship or love situation. It's so much so that you're able to give back. However, take a little left there. There's a part of you that looked at this situation and you weren't incredibly grounded. It was like you had your heart set on all these little sparkly things all at once. Seven of Cups is about keywords for this are delusion or illusion. I know those are harsh words, delusion, illusion, but there was something about it that you had your head in the clouds. Okay, let's check the bottoms of the decks. Dun, dun. Ah, yay! Eight of Pentacles. This shows you working hard, working diligently, accumulating your pentacles one by one by one. So I feel like this is about you moving into the future, the hard work and the time that you're putting into yourself, and becoming this beautiful, mature woman, okay, that you're meant to be. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little you need to lay down. I have less help this weekend, so you need to lay down. It's bedtime. Lay down. Okay, let's clear the board and shift so that we can get some fresh energy in. Okay, fire signs. I'm going to use, let's see how much time we have, 13 minutes, yeah. I'm going to use these other decks that I used with the other readings. I did, you guys, I totally turned the car a different direction with this reading, because the other ones, I had so many different decks out here that it was like, rah! I was like, so many things were happening, and I was like super drained after the readings, which is, I mean, being drained means like, Spirit took it, and what came out needed to come out, but it can be taxing. It can be taxing. So let me get myself together here and make sure I have all the decks I wanted to use with you. Looks like I do. So here are a bunch of what they may or may not flow. Okay, they're very disjointed. What what I found is when I use multiple decks, they're all kind of love themed except for one. They're all the purpose was to keep it love themed, so they're within the same theme, but they all have different themes within the themes, if that makes sense. So it's a little, it can be scattered. So let's just see. It's kind of like letting off a firework and seeing what surprise will be in that box. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take this one because there was one that was facing a different direction. Here we go. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges, right? Okay, this is a deck here. This is called Spellcasting Oracle Cards. I'm going to pull 3 from this one. Spellcasting Oracle cards, please, for fire signs. Spellcasting Oracle signs here for fire signs. Spellcasting Oracle cards for fire signs. One more. Fire signs. I'm going to pull 3 for these. 3. 3. 3. 3. There's 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. Trust, reconciliation, and peace. So perhaps there's somebody here who is going to be reuniting with somebody. It will bring you a great deal of peace, or perhaps this needs to happen in order to bring you back to peace. Trust in the process. Trust in it. It's meant to be. These are tight. These aren't love-themed cards, but they certainly did fit the theme. I hope it's not blurry. I'm like taking all this time to show you and watch it's blurry. Okay, Angel Romance deck. I believe that's what it's called. Don't have the box here, but you catch the drift. Fire signs, please. Fire signs, please. Fire signs, please. Fire signs. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So I don't know if you're aware of it, and I mean the card indicates that you're aware because they've stirred you. So interesting. Okay, let's pull from this deck. Okay, this is called Whispers of Love Oracle deck for fire signs. Fire signs, Whispers of Love, con amor. Whispers of Love, Whispers of Love, Whispers of Love. One more shuffle. Oh, this is just... Okay, and so it is. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. Okay, so if you are in a situation where there's fighting, they're just reminding you that fear, well, they didn't say this, I'm adding this, fear is not real. It's real for us as humans, but where we come from, there's no fear. So they want to remind you that love is the only thing that's real, and to shift your focus. Stop focusing on the problem and back to love. Now, you take that advice with a grain of salt, because if you're dealing with, people who are like narcissists and things like that, you might want to focus on the problem. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm being... Okay, fire signs. Fire signs. Even if you're dealing with somebody who's a narcissist, you really want to focus on, within that situation, you do want to find the love in the situation, in that you're able to deal with that person accordingly, coming from a place of love and a place of needing space, or dealing, not letting them in if they're being harmful toward you, right? Fire signs, please. Yeah, one more shuffle. I was thinking about it, and then I was like, wasn't ready. Didn't feel right. Fire signs. I'm going to pull 2 cards from the top and 1 from the bottom for this. This is an interesting deck that I actually only use with my daughter. Brunette female. Ooh, Ice Queen. And mature woman. Interesting. So look at these cards. Brunette female, Ice Queen, and mature woman. Okay? So either the brunette female is you. Perhaps you're being really kind of cut off or cold with somebody. Right? Ice Queen. That's what it makes me think of. And mature woman. Maybe they're saying to move into this maturity, or it's you and you're dealing with this other mature woman. Maybe you seek to be more like this mature woman, something to that extent. Okay, so fire signs, what I'm going to do is move into the last part of the reading, checking my watch to make sure I'm not going over, because my camera's old and she shuts off at 30 minutes because she does what she wants to do. So this is a 9-card spread. I've done this before. I forgot on which one of the videos. I've done this before though. And this talks about you and the other person. This is a partnership spread. It could be about somebody from the past, or if you're currently with somebody, then it's with the current situation. I mean, honestly, it could be whatever resonates with you. Because you could be with somebody, but you have stuff to work through from your past. You're like, why is that coming up, though? I love Bobby. Well, because you're supposed to be dealing with Simon, you know, or whatever. Okay, 9-card spread. I'm just wild tonight. No. I got good responses from last week's reading. And last week I felt like I was tired last week. But it worked. So Mama's got to fit these readings in where Mama can fit these readings in. You know what I'm saying? Fire signs, fire signs. Fire signs, please. Fire signs. Fire signs. Fire signs. Okay, 9 cards. Oh, Hangman reversed again. Ooh. Okay. So your perspective, this is how it works. You can't see it. I'm not going to say that. Your perspective of the situation is that you're ready to move on. Okay, 6 of Swords. This is making a decision and standing firm in it and leaving the rocky situation and on to calmer seas. The situation at hand is that somebody here is not willing to look at the bigger picture. Somebody is not willing to see both sides. This is somebody who is resistant to seeing the bigger picture, zooming out, right? Panning out. Their perspective. It's possible that they feel like they are being like this high priestess. High priestess is very watery, intuitive, psychic energy, okay? So it's possible that while you're feeling like your perspective is like you're moving on, that they're going within and dealing with it in that way. Your feelings about the situation is like, look, I got work to do. And you're doing it. You're the 8 of Pentacles. This is one by one by one. Putting your pentacles up there. Your hard work is paying off, okay? The bond between you two. Well then, yikes. You got the 10 of Pentacles upright. Didn't you guys get this earlier too? So this talks about, this may even be like a past life situation. This is like generational ancestral wealth and abundance. It came up right, but for some reason, you guys are on different pages, okay? His feelings, it's like his feelings about the situation, it's like he's over it. Been done. Over. 10 of Swords is just exhaustion. Done. Over it. Dead. Oh, still. Your actions and behaviors toward this person, look at you. Like, you know what? King of Swords, he's decisive. Excuse me, he's logical. He knows what he wants. He is not playing around. He has made his stand. Done. So those are your actions in the situation. Interesting. His actions in the situation too, similar. Oh, is this a page? Yes, this is Page of Swords. Look, he's similar to you. He's like taking a stance. I'm developing something new. I'm moving on. Look at kind of you guys kind of standing off. But he's a page, and you came out as the king, so you're more mature about the situation. Okay, the outcome card at the 5 of Pentacles reverse, which shows just kind of missing the miracle. So the outcome, there may have been an opportunity here that was kind of missed. Honestly, is what it feels like. Doesn't feel like there's like sneaky energy here in this part of the reading. It just feels like there was possibly an opportunity that was missed. Wow, 5 of Pentacles reversed. Let's check the bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles reversed. So this is a situation of endurance. Stands the test of time. Hard-working. Lasting. But it came reversed. So I'm wondering if there was... I don't know. I'm wondering if there was maybe more potential than what met the eye. With time and maturity, I wonder if, are you serious? You know there's absolutely no room for you right there.
Mom?
What?
That you earned one feather.
Huh?
You earned one feather.
I earned 1 feather? You need to go to sleep. Okay, fire signs. I love you. I apologize if that felt like a little disjointed. I was attempting to be spontaneous and try something new and focus on love, which is normally not, I don't love to do that, but I thought it would be fun tonight. So I hope you liked it. I hope there were some messages in there for you. I will see you on Tuesday on Instagram for Tarot Tuesdays. Thursday here back at YouTube for a vlog or Speak Her Truth. And then again on Friday on Instagram for your weekend reading. I love you, and I'll see you then. Okay, bye.